To be successful in today's game, players must be motivated to the demands of physical and mental preparation. In considering the players' needs for comfort and durability, Umbro has developed the Pro Training range in order to overcome the rigours of the training environment. Pro Training is more than just a range of clothing, it's an attitude of preparation and an attitude of professionalism, essential for competing in that all-important match.
Football is like any other sport or activity. The only way to improve your game is to work at it. The more you practice, the better player you become. And pro training is all about that attitude of mental as well as physical preparation. I'm Alan Shearer, a professional footballer. How did I become one? Through hard work and determination. But it's not just a case of going out and playing. Every successful team, every great player is the product of continuous training. To train well, you need to be taught well, and that's a responsibility of the manager and his coaching staff. Mick Wadsworth is a professional football coach and over the years has built a successful career in both coaching and management.
I want movement all the time, movement!
Under his guidance, the coaching sessions in this programme will help you build your playing skills as an individual, a group and as a whole team as we begin to explore the pro training skill factor.
I think and feel that it gives a good cross-section of what a club, a professional club and a professional group of players would work on a day-to-day basis.
You don't get experience by sitting on the sidelines, you get experience by playing, but you also gain experience from the players who've been through it all themselves.
It's really repetition and repetition, so it becomes second nature and you know what's expected.
If you don't train properly, you can't play properly.
I don't think you can ever stop learning.
This programme shows some ways in which a coach can prepare a team. The players can be coached individually, in groups and as a team to play effective football. The first priority if your team hasn't got the ball is defending. Modules 1 and 2 emphasise the correct technique and mental attitude needed to win the ball back. Modules 3 and 4 relate to when the ball is being won. The team has to change mentality and its tactics, and thus become an attacking force. Finally, of course, football is about scoring goals. Module 5 looks at the finishing touch. But remember, to look right, to feel right, are both important parts of training. Umbro means pro training.
I've always been happy with Umbro footwear and Umbro leisure wear and Umbro training gear. It's always been great, it's been very good to me. I've scored goals, luckily enough, over the years since I've been with Umbro, so I'm more than happy with it.
English players just want to come out and kick a ball in the goal. That's their idea of a warm-up, and that is a coach's nightmare.
If you don't warm up properly, if you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
Because if you go straight in, your muscles may be stiff a little bit from the day before. It's important not to go in when it out too early and pull your hamstring or anything like that.
We don't have any strains during the training session, so they're ready to perform at a high level in the training session.
We take time and care in our warm-ups, making sure that we stretch every possible part of our body.
It also gets you mentally right to go in and do some proper work.
And just change over.
Just go straight into a training session. Sometimes it can be a bit sloppy and it can take you half an hour to get it organised.
It's all three-quarter pace in order to warm them up and get the muscles ready.
The warm-up is the main part of your training, really.
Pressure is the key to good performance. Pressure on the opposition reduces the attacking progress, both in time and space, forcing poor decisions and increasing the chance of winning the ball back.
Sorba. Looking for Kobe Jones on the right-hand side, and involvement for Teddy Sheringham.
Let's look at how the coach builds his practice from a one-on-one situation to group pressure. and finally as an exercise for the whole team.
Individual pressure is practiced in a restricted grid area in a 1v1 situation.
See ya!
Listen, the idea of pressure is as the ball travels, you travel. So if for example, Gally's receiving the ball from David, Alan makes the ground up as the ball's travelling. Good, well done, Alan. As he receives it, if I can make the ground up well enough to stop him turning, or to make him face up the wrong way, that's good news. So that's your first task if you can make it. Wait. Maintain that distance, Dave, and keep low, keep low. Good lad, well done, you forced him out, well done. There, that's the ideal position there. And pressure from behind there. And if he moves that way, go towards him, then you move and maintain that distance. Get on. Hold. Be patient, good lad. If I can push him across the pitch, go across, then that's good. And the longer you do it, the better for the team. Well done, Dino. Good patience, well done.
Pressure is the key to good performance, and I think that's been shown by most of the great teams over the years. So I transfer that to the training and the practice.
Target players at the end, just the same, but this time the fella that's receiving the ball, just come off at an angle here. Go to the ground if you can't win it. Working, Gally. Well done, son. Gally. Hold, just hold, Dino, hold. Good distance, hold. Can you get your pass in, Reevesy? Yes. Good, well done. If you're defending and pressuring from that distance, that will suit Alan Shearer. He'll get a shot away. You know, the closer you can get and work him and maintain that distance and get his head down, the better for us. Good, Gally, excellent, Gally. Excellent. Where's he? Hey, he's done his job. Even if Alan gets a pass in now, or dribble, he's done his job because he's held him up and he's bought us a little bit of time. Well done, Alan. It's your willingness to do it, that's the mentality. That's what pressure plays about, your mentality and the mentality of the team. If he does it, he better do it next, and he better do it so it goes through the team. Last couple of attempts. Just hold again. Work him again, Alan. Work him again. Good lad, well done. Good pressure.
I think the way that you stamp your authority on a game, particularly in the early stages of each half, can be without the ball as well as with the ball. And if you haven't got the ball, if you pressurise and work the opposition, then I think that can give you a psychological lift, but also gives you the best chance of getting the ball back quickly in order to go and score a goal. From individual pressure, we can now work on group pressure. In a 5v5 situation, we can work in a 30 by 20 area. Coach Joe Joyce will work with the players and try to integrate them into a defensive unit.
Good pressure. Well done.
Go on, Sophie! Go on, stage on, Gally! Stage on, hold your steering! Well done, hand on!
And hold it there, well done. The key to the Oranges not being able to get out has been the pressure on the ball by the first man. Yeah. Play the ball to Will like you did. Gally, in you go, and hold it there. Now we see from Gally's position, he's in a position where he can see the ball. Will cannot get turned. His only option is to play a ball back to Muzza. And that's great for the Blues. We're forcing them back. Play.
Hold it, Robbo! Hold it! And then jockey by! And then it's on!
Hold it there.
Strong, Robbo.
We go through that again. Do exactly what you did. Play. Just let him play the ball through. Jamie had good control. Jock, you tried to win it. You tried to pinch it. Yeah? You weren't 100% sure of winning it, were you? No. Patience. Play the ball in again. Be patient this time. Hold him up. Make him play back. Make him play back. Good. And start again. Hold it there, stay in your positions. Excellent, Orange, excellent. We've now congested the Blues into a 15-yard area. You're very tight there. You're tight there. You're in a good covering position there. If the ball goes across to Dino, you can get there. You're tight here. You're covering here, but also tight to the man. Good, that's what we're looking for.
Play! Hold it, Robbo! Hold it! Come here, Dino! Gally! Go, play, go, play! Sit! Stevie!
Rory, as the ball was played to Steve, okay, you were back here in a good covering position to start with. As the ball was played to Steve, you ambled in. Yeah? You need to get there quickly and get the brakes on. Keep his head down. Yeah? You had time to control it. Have a look. Play the ball out. Let's get there quickly. Play. Hold it there. Well done. Ideal example there of staying with the runner. Thorpe. Just step out. Play the 1-2 again. He's closed him down. Jock's trying to get in behind me. Thought we stayed with the runner. One possession back. Good. Hold it there. Good position, Jamie. Yeah. Hasn't got too tight to the man. Knew what was in behind him. He's in a good covering position to pick up any long through ball. Well done.
This practice helps the team to coordinate their efforts into group pressure, so each player can link in and coordinate their movements according to what their teammate has done just before.
You know, you go through your career and you pick up things, just pick up experience as well from all the training sessions you do week day in, day out, that you can bring them into the matches again on the Saturday.
In this practice, Mervyn Day and myself will work in an 8v8 situation, 8 defenders against 8 opposition.
Wait.
The group pressure now is more coordinated, where each player is playing an important role in the strategy of the team to press the ball and win the ball back quickly.
Get across. Get picked up now. Squeeze, you're too late. We've got 5, 6 players over here. Can we keep it? We're not in the business really of letting people open out and play across us. It's hard work when you're pressurising to try and win it back in their half, but if you do it quickly and properly, you've got half a chance. What you don't want, everybody goes in half a second late, open out, and it goes down the other side.
Play! David! Paul Murray, you did nothing. You ended up 6, 7 yards off, didn't want to close the ball down when Darren got it because you backed off. I want you to go to the ball, I want you to pressurise the ball and let other people sort out behind you. Well done, Dino, good run. And that was because you let him out too easily because you were still flying in, Tony. So as the ball travels in, as he has his first touch, stop. So he can't come past you on one touch, which is what he did. And we did that in 1v1s, didn't we? Get the brakes on. Even if you're not an ideal distance, he'll still not run past you, force him to play sideways. So if, for example, the ball goes into there, go and pressurise, Dave. Stop. Now their outlet is where? You go, start to go. Where's the next outlet? There. Where's the next outlet? There. Where's the next outlet? Well, you're okay, so you can look after that. You understand? So it's taking a chance sometimes to pressurise. If you haven't got the numbers to pressurise, we'll back off and we'll wait till the ball comes to us and work again. But it's seen danger, so if he goes, you link in. Or it might be you that comes to here, Jamie, you'll go across and you'll pick up there, Joe. So the fellas that are in deeper positions, you can see it. You can be the eyes of those in front of you. Go and do it. Play. Start again. And dead, well done. Force the error. In you go, Dave. Curry, go on. Bravo. Excellent. Excellent. Bravo.
Pressure can be the key to everything. In pressurising the opposition as a team and as a group, it is important that we can force errors, force predictability, but more importantly win the ball back quickly in order to go forward and score ourselves.
If you're going to be a good player, complete player, you should know about all aspects of the game. You should know how to attack, you should know how to defend.
Then you want all short, sharp stuff in training really, so you're closing people down like you would in a game.
They need to defend all over the pitch, and they need to attack all over the pitch.
You know, I might tell the centre half to play centre forward in training. So there you go. So what do you think of that? So the problems you can give him when you're marking him next week. But everybody's got to be able to do both jobs these days.
As we have already seen, good defensive pressure halts the opposition's attack and flow. It can begin from the moment a team loses possession. Players must react quickly to prevent the attacking side from progressing and buy time for the whole team to reassemble.
Says Asampaio, Sheringham defending from the front. Pierce defending at the back.
The following exercises illustrate how the coach breaks down real game situations into smaller units of practice, then develops progressively to larger setups for the whole team.
The principles initially are what we did in the practice on pressure. We're building into sound defending now, but you're still going to have to pressure the ball. So as that first ball travels, or any pass travels, you've got to make the ground up to the man you're responsible for. If the ball travels from Tony to Darren, make the ground up as the ball travels, Paul. Ready, play and stop. Good, that's ideal. And likewise, if the ball now travels back from Darren to Tony, as that ball travels, Alan, you're making your ground up. Go on, off you go, stop. And you can, that's it. So it's that sort of chain reaction as the ball travels. There should always, wherever possible, one of our players making the ground up to pressurise the ball. That's the start of good defending. We can build on that as we go along now.
Yes, come on. Yeah. Twos.
Good, well done, good defending. If Darren beats Alan Shearer, you've got to be able to get across and add cover, okay? Similarly, if Darren decides to pass to Tony Hopper, yeah, you've got to be able to do that and stop. And Alan's reaction is excellent, because now he's thinking, I've got two jobs, I can't just stay with him, because if he stays with him, he'll get played in behind. Go on, make the ground up, good. Ah, that's good, you forced the error, that's excellent defending. Run forward, well done, well done. Pinch! And good. Wait.
Come on. Hold it again. Stay the ball.
Good. Good. Excellent defending, Darren Edmondson. Outstanding. Ready, and play.
Stay the ball.
Come back. That's it.
Yes, out.
And stop. Well done. Well done, Tony Hopper, but you just let him get wrong sided. I think if he'd had a touch, he would have gone beyond you. What you've got to be concerned then now is if the ball does get played past you, do you look at the ball or do you look at your man? There's no rights and wrongs when that happens. When the ball's played past you, you've got to make a decision, but make it quick and try and make sure it's right. So you track the ball or you simply recover. You track the man or you simply recover. Last chance, play.
Go on. The ball, Dad. You're the ball.
Got it. Well done, Dad.
Bring him in here. Well done. Show me straight, Dad. To the ball, Dad.
Cover.
Show me straight.
So when defending as a pair, it is important that there is A, pressure on the ball, and B, that the second defender offers some cover to the player that's pressurising the ball, but also takes responsibility for one of the opposition.
We try to bring on our skills on every session, every day. We try at least, 10-15 minutes at least to incorporate some skill levels. Things that a lot of clubs perhaps do pre-season, but they don't do the rest of the season. Well, we do that. If you come down here in February, we'll be still doing them things because I believe that players can improve on that.
Just extending the last practice, we can now move into 3v3 defending. This situation is an ever-changing, fluid situation. Concentration and a mental approach is very important so that we can win the ball back in order to go forward and attack the opposition's goal.
You've got two jobs. You've got to offer him some cover, but you've also perhaps got to be responsible for him. So the question is, can I offer cover if he does go in behind Tony, but can I get across to Steve Hayward if the ball travels to him? So see if you can play the ball to him. Go on. And stop. Good. That's not too bad. Well done. So you've got them two jobs to deal with. Now you've got three jobs. You've got to offer cover to where the ball is. You've got to be responsible for that man. But what you've got to give us now as a defensive unit is some balance and cover. So you've got to be able to watch his runs, watch his movement, and watch his movement. You've got to see everything because you're the back defender.
Wait! Close down, close down. I'll go now. Down! Cross! Yes, I've got the runner. Go there, go there. I've got Tony. Bring him inside. Down. Yes.
Good defending.
I'll go.
And stop, Tony. You could just have been a little bit quicker than pressuring the ball, couldn't you? As the ball travelled, you could have got right down his throat and you were a little bit hesitant. So as that ball travels and you're the nearest one, get right down his throat, and that's back to the 1v1 pressurising that we did earlier in practice. You've got to concentrate, you've got to be mentally prepared to defend and defend well.
Push inside, push on Warren. Push on Warren. Again. Push inside. Yes, it's strong, let's go, Ross. Tony, push on. Tony, push on. Well done. Push. Come this way, Joe. Come here if you want to see. What's that? Yes! Take that.
You're doing well, defenders.
What's that?
In front of you.
Steve, come here.
Don't let him go over that line. Work it. Work the ball. Well done. Ready? Play.
Got the ball, Steve. Got the ball. Go. Hold. Yeah. Yeah, so.
Good. Well done, Stevie. Good pressure.
Play. So come across. Yes, you're the man, Steve. Yes, Steve. Yes, pass.
Good attempt. Good quick play.
In working in small groups, the coach is able to observe and emphasise the pressure, the marking, the defensive balance and cover, and also the importance of recovery runs and tracking forward runs of opposition's players. This then brings defending into the team context.
Great defending. Well done. Bravo.
It's important, very important to be organised defensively, and if they are good, intelligent players, the longer they play together, the more they're going to get to know each other. But you've got to give them a basic framework in the first place, so at least they all know what they're doing.
This is what we would call a face practice, where we would play a defensive unit against an attacking unit on a three-quarter pitch. This would concern pressure, balance, and most importantly, linking in with each other to understand each other's jobs.
We're getting a loads of team defending. It's still the basic principles of defending, one-on-one. Get there quick as you can, put the brakes on.
In this practice, we're seeing Joe Joyce and Mervyn Day working to improve the defensive strategy of the midfield and the back four players.
Too far off. Too far off. Pressurise. Always the two midfield. While he's staying in behind the halfway line, if the two of you stay with your men. That's better. That's better. Stay tight. Now can we play? Stand still. Now as soon as the ball has gone past there, your movement, as it's gone there, and Tony's run there, was to follow the ball. Yeah? What you've got to do, make sure that as soon as he's played it in, yeah, give it back. play it in, and let me step out, let me take your place, Steve. So as soon as you play in there, Tony, play in there, you're actually watching both, yes? So you don't get dragged in following the ball and then he spins off the back of you and you lose him. Make sure you concentrate, player and ball.
It's also important that the back four players, they can see the picture in front of them, yeah? So communicate all the time to what you see in front of you.
Hold again.
Good. Stay your runner, Steve.
Hold it there. Go back to where you were. Darren's in a decent covering position here. But as soon as the ball's played out, play there, Glenn. I want you to get there as quickly as you can and hold. Try and keep his head down. Now really, we're going to try and get him to play back across in front of us into our strength. So it's a chain reaction. As soon as Darren goes, the rest of the back four work their way across. And we're nice and solid back here. And hopefully, we can then make the play go back across the field rather than in behind us. Really.
Squeeze! Come on, get on! Keep coming! No, we hold! No, hold! Come on! Hold his leg! Yes! Stand up! We win it, play! Can we break?
Can we make sure that as he breaks, as we try and move the ball forward, let's push up, let's try and press into the other half as quickly as we can. You know, as a back four, we come out quickly, push the midfield on. If they've won it, encourage them to go on. We back them up. Get out as a four, not as a three and a one, get caught back there. What you've got to be careful of as a back forward is when you want to clear the area, if you do get someone who's like made a tackle or gets caught in there, you can't all three of you just rush. You know, you've got to work off the last defender. Make sure that if Gally gets caught in there, we don't hair out. Otherwise, I mean, that's when you get caught on the offside loads and loads of times.
If we don't pressurise the ball, then obviously the ball can be played forward or into the box from across. In defending the penalty area, then the team's strength is important. This is highlighted in the picture. Good pressure and defending can make the opposition's play predictable, forcing them across the pitch and keeping play in front of our back four. Good mentality, patience, and the strength of character to keep at the task are very important. Good defending is the springboard for good attacking.
And keep playing, keep playing. Good.
As a midfield player, if you're confident in your back four, you're going to take chances going forward because you feel where they can cope defensively with anything that's thrown at them.
Sometimes you can find a trap of they're bringing the ball and one of you maybe goes out and attacks it and you can get crucified, you know, that pitch, so you've got to have a solid base to work from.
Good defending is a whole team thing, you know, it's not just the back four and the goalkeeper.
Peter Shilton used to say that if he didn't have a shot to save in a game, then that was his best game because he'd organised his defence properly. So talking is everything, and that goes for an outfield player as well, because if you talk on the field, play, it's worth an extra player to your team.
Successful attacking play is all about breaking down the opposition. The professional game is built around quick movement, both short and long passes to maintain possession. Good teams control the ball, while poor teams are controlled by the ball. Watch how the following exercises focus on the players' ability to communicate with one another, helping each other out and develop an awareness of their position.
Possession and movement are the keys to good attacking play. In a 40 metre by 40 metre area, 6 play against 6 with the help of a floating player playing for the team in possession.
Concentrate on your first touch. If your first touch is to receive it and set it up, then do so. If your first touch is a pass, make sure that it's crisp and accurate.
The team in possession is always trying to attack any of the 4 corners to plant the ball there under control.
Go, run it!
Yeah, hey. Rather just stopping it and deciding what's next, try and think about knowing what's next, right? Whether that's receiving to turn and opening up, or even play it to me again, letting it run across your body to turn, knowing where things are, knowing where your first touch needs to be, whether it's a pass or a control. So think about that, and then also think about your movement having played. I don't want you to be static after you've played. I want good movement, interesting runs. Play!
Turn! Turn! Driver! Dino! Don't touch Dino!
Well done, one touch. Good, go back. Well defended, play on. Good. Well done, Will. Play him in, you can't go in there. One touch. Good. Bravo. Excellent, good. Well, you earn the right to score in the corners by playing for your possession, playing to maintain possession, then looking for an opening, either switching the play or getting the chance to go into the corner that you're near. I want movement all the time, movement, thinking about runs, movement, linking in, combining, supporting all the time. Play. Good, hold, head up. Now support. Good. Keep moving. Good. Bravo. Keep moving. Good. Bravo. Good. Can you look for a goal? Bravo. It's in. And stop. Great play, but we got happy with just keeping the ball. So that's the other side of the coin. You can give it away too easily and play too direct too often, but also you can keep the ball too long. Too much possession is dangerous. Possession is for a purpose, and the purpose is to go through the opposition to score a goal. Now I want you to play with no calling now, no talking, no calling, looking over your shoulders, seeing what's on. So you've got to be aware, you've got to see what's happening rather than talk about it. Now keep the ball. One touch, 1, 2 if you want them. 1, 2 if you want them. Give it away, Joe. 2 if you want them. Keep looking and keep playing. That's sloppy, that galley. A sloppy pass, play. Okay, start talking. Yeah, better. Play him in. First touch. Good, bravo. We're going to play all in now, but you've got to have a long aerial pass with a setup before you can go into a corner. Keep it. Support. Yes, play here. Bravo. Going, was. That's the long one, set it up. That's a reasonable long pass, but what he ain't got support flooding towards him. So he can just come and take it off me. That's what I'm looking for. This practice demands many things, but most of all it demands good possession and good movement. The ball needs to be moved round and through the opposing players in order to break down any defensive strategy. Play off that! Bravo, well done!
First touch is so important, so you've got to really work at it.
And if you get used to doing good habits of controlling and passing, do it every day, then it becomes natural to you when you go out in a match.
Across half a pitch and in a 7v7 situation, we're asking the attacking team to make progress in a patient and controlled manner, where all players are linking and combining in order to play through or around the opposition.
So free in the channel till it comes out, and then you can pressurise the ball. So look at the passing, the movement and possession. Be patient, look for an opening, look! That's better. Excellent, because you've pulled the opposition about, that's excellent. And that's because you're patient from the back, you just don't want to shell it in.
Just looking at my crib notes.
Play on, play on. Go on, son, go on, go on. Keep possession, keep possession, keep possession. Good example, well done. So you've worked the ball well, seen a mistake, Reds, won the ball and attacked quickly. Good passing, good movement, well done. To break down a defence, the ability to make runs from your area of the pitch beyond the next rank of players is vital. So you've all got a spare, both teams have got a spare defender. So if at some stage you can overload the midfield by you joining in and going beyond, great. And likewise, if a midfield player or a back player can run, or a black player can run beyond the back players, then again that overloads certain areas of the pitch. If Alan Shearer makes a run where he's spinning off a defender, does a midfield player see the chance to then fill the area that he's just come from? So you get in, it's again that fluidity and linking in with each other. Play! I do. Stop. Important this, make sure you get it. Snod's in acres of room, he's got a left foot that he can open a can of beans with, and he can pick you off, but nobody wants to run behind. Because if he'd have seen it, as Reevesy did, he spins and he's on his bike, but you've got to see it, you've got to see it. That's when you get a midfield player in. Play on! Play on! Support! And stop. Well done, Alan Shearer. Well done, the great Stevie Haywood. The ability to join in quicker than that wasn't good enough. You've got to get up to him then a lot faster. We waited to see if he'd keep it in play, didn't we? Dean, Dave, you know, as soon as that ball goes whoosh, we all go. Good. Forward run. Seat earlier. Tony, you only needed to play into the space the runners would have got there. You didn't need to delay it. Right back. When that happens, boom, just put it down the channel into the hole because they'd seen it. Advance, advance. Go forward, Darren. Movement, movement. Good. Movement again, movement again. Switch, 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 switch. Free man on the far side and you haven't seen it. That's great play, but you've made a bad decision and gone back into the numbers where it's crowded. A front player might have to make 10, 11 runs to get it once. That is a fact. So if you get despondent because it's not coming, that's bad for us. Because you're making a run, it makes it easy for somebody else anyway. So there's always movement, and sometimes you need to stand still and say, yes, I'm here. But you've got to be available, and if you're not and it doesn't come, you then make another run. Give, runs. Brilliant. Now the point there, you see, is once you've attacked down one side, the movement of the defence is to try and pinch it, pressure you there, switch the play to the other side.
By focusing on control, creativity and movement, the attacking team have started to link as a team, but not neglecting the individual ability of certain players. Controlled movement, controlled possession and creative movement. This is the essence of good attacking play.
If you can control that ball and get your head up early and pass the ball, I think that's what good teams are always built on the back of that.
But we're looking to is extend the last practice now onto a 3/4, 2/3 pitch. Now with the geometry of the pitch the line's on, and we can really get the movement and the shape of the game going, and some interlinking from back to front to get in and score goals. Well played, bravo! You defenders, defend with your lives now. We've got in too easy. Defend with your lives. Play. Good. Now, go. Head up. If you get a diagonal run, or even a front player going towards the channel, play between him and the touchline. And then well, play me, and I'll take one of his place, just play it in, and play from here, just shadow me. That's better. And then I can bring the support in. Whatever. So when you play that channel ball, make sure you play between the runner and the touchline. Midfield, come and get it. Midfield, come and get it. Midfield, come and get it. Switch, switch! Both midfield players have come in. The movement of the Reds is there. You've got an overload on the other side. Use it. That's why I've done it. That's why I'm saying midfield, go in and get it. Set you up and we're out. That's it. Good switch. Keep it going. Keep it going. Go on, run behind him. Bravo, shoot across goal. Be patient, then when we get into the final third, pick up the tempo of the play, see if we can get some quick play.
Tell him that. Play.
Bravo.
Alan Shearer scores the goal, but the whole of the attacking team take credit for the good work, movement and possession in order for Alan to score that goal. This is a culmination of all the practices before.
It's important that you force yourself to have one touch or two touches, because then in the games, when you have one touch, it can be very important to put someone in a scoring position.
I think we've got to look at other teams such as Brazil, and they've got a lot of things that we can take things from. You know, we're never going to be able to play their way, what they do, but if we can take little bits from their game, you know, it's going to do us good.
It's come for Roberto Carlos, and it flashes beyond the far post.
The game is getting tactically very clever, and I think that will come more into play, not so much at international level, but sure enough at club level.
You've got to be enthusiastic, you've got to show enthusiasm, and if the coach shows enthusiasm in his work, then hopefully that'll rub off on the players.
There's no point the lads coming down the training ground and just having a sloppy training session. He's got to get you working, get you involved, and he's got to be a good motivator.
The mental ability of a player is probably the biggest part of his makeup in differentiating between an average player and an outstanding player.
I think it goes back to the love of the game and attitude. We are very, very lucky. We get paid a lot of money for something that we love doing. It's a pleasure to get up in the morning and go in to kick a football around.
I think it's a case of want to win, want to succeed.
You can only do so much for people, you know. That last little bit has to come from inside them.
I left home at an early age, 15 years old, away from my mum and dad, and you've got to grow up quick. And I found it tough at first, but you realise if you're going to achieve what you want to, then you've got to give things up.
So well forward. Shearer with the header, wonderful goal, a classic.
In football, a team has to operate with and without the ball, and each demands a different mentality. In winning and passing the ball, that mentality must change instantly in order to be successful.
Ronaldo taking Scales with him. Ronaldo one-on-one with Scales, hits the post, and England breathe a huge sigh of relief.
In this practice we play on an area 40 by 50 metres. 2 goals and 4 target players in each corner. It's about winning the ball back, and then a change of mentality or a change of mode.
What we're looking to do is pressurise the ball, win it, and then get to the target players as quickly as we can. Just changing, again, from a defence to attack quickly with some quality. Then support the longer pass. If you can't get the longer pass in, then you combine and play until you do. We'll play 2-touch to start with, starting with Tony Craig. Ready, play. Live, don't let him turn. Pass, pass, good, and finish. Bravo! That is exactly the idea we want. It's winning the ball, going quickly and scoring. So it's changing your mentality, from pressuring, working hard, harrying, being frantic to win the ball back, then sweet, calm play to go to the end, but quickly. Good, one touch. Go on, play forward, play forward! No, that's just the point I'm making. If there's a forward pass on, don't fail to pass it forward. So you've got the ball, Blues, you've won it back, can you go forward? That's not, I don't mean just play hopeless, hopeful long balls, I mean play with quality. Play on, quickly! Forward runs, forward runs! Bravo, well done. Play. Play on! Good! Good! Play on! Play on! Good strike! Play on! Bravo! Well done. The fellas in the corner, if we're working hard to win the ball, that's one thing. But the next thing is the quality at the end of the pitch. So we're working hard to win the ball, then play with calmness to get to the other end, but then the finishing touch has got to be good. That's the cross or the finish. Great ball. Ball. Oh, come on, Muzzy, hit the target. It's hard to score goals. That's why there's not many goals in football games. But you've got to overcome the tiredness and keep your calmness. You find it easy to pass. You find it easy to receive it. If you think about it, passing into the goal should not be difficult. Just the mental thing. Be calm, stroke it into the goal. Last 2 attempts. Then you can have some chicken and chips. Play on! Just play it in. Get in the box.
Football is a game of constant change. From attack to defence, defence to attack.
Play! Play! Quickly! Recover, yellers!
This necessitates a change of mentality, a change of mode. We are frantic when we try to win the ball back.
Finish!
But we need to be calm when we've got the ball.
So the practice is this. Will's going to shell a ball into the box. What I want you to do, Reds, is this. Win the ball as quickly as you can. From winning the ball, how quickly can you transfer it from here to there and score a goal? But it's changing your mentality. We're fighting to win the ball. Now we've won it, let's go. Play on. Bravo, well done. Now it's important, you Blues, I know it's hard work, but you've got to fight to stop them, because that will happen in games, we'll get outnumbered. Do your best to stop us.
Play.
No, I think there's a lot lost there, Jamie. I think you've lost time. I think Alan coming off and setting up the play opens it up for a long pass now. It's time. You know, it's not missing the opportunity. It's doing it quickly and going quickly. You have 2 or 3 short passes, fine. But that's time, and it's time for them. They'll get back. I think this is what we're not that good at. You know, winning possession and using a numerical advantage. I don't mean just us. I mean, lots of teams of sweeping through the opposition when the chance occurs. Go on, go past him, go past him. Bravo, well done.
Change of coach.
Roll it to him. That's support, support. Keep going, Des. Roll it. Take care, take care. Be available again, Darren. If you're in the box, you've only got to roll it in the corners, haven't you? No need to smash everything. Just look to place it in the corners if you can. Don't get too deep. Care, care. Oh. Good finish.
Alan Shearer concludes a fine example of sweeping down the pitch and using a numerical advantage to our advantage. It's about winning the ball back and seizing the opportunity to move forward quickly, transferring the whole team from one end of the pitch to the other.
Jones with the header, it was going well wide. It clattered into Adams, broke well for England. And Pallister, who's got licence to move forward. Anderton.
If you're attacking midfield player, obviously you've got to be able to get forward and get into the box. So you want to do that in training. You want to get in there and do some crossing and finishing. So you're making the runs like you would from midfield. If you're a holding midfield player, you want to be able to pass the ball out wide. So you tend to knock the ball out to the wide players, fullbacks, wingers, and improve your passing.
The finishing touches, of course, getting the ball in the back of the net. Often it may appear to be luck or right place, right time, but a good coach knows how to use training to increase the individual's opportunity to score goals.
And it's Edmundo, 3-1. So here comes Pearce. Bypass the first defender. Lasso! Grab Lasso! Has lit up Wembley here.
Each of these exercises focuses on a particular aspect of attacking play in and around the box, finishing with that final attempt on goal.
Many goals come from crosses or a consequence of crosses. It's therefore important to practice both the technique of crossing and the technique of finishing, and build these practices into skill practices against opposition.
On the crossing, all I want you to do is have a quick look before you play the ball. If I'm going to have a look, I look now, but then I play the crossing. Okay? Look and then play it in. Go on. Good finish, son.
Yes, Ellie, yes.
Yes, bravo, better. Quick. Nice and quick. Pick him out. Great header, Jock. Can you let Alan have a go? Yeah, bravo, well done. It's harder to make a contact with a ball as you're going across the flight. Easier to make contact with the ball if you're coming into the flight. If you can do it, it just helps. So if I'm coming across the near post, I'm better coming into the flight there for the contact, and likewise at the back post, coming in round the back. But if you make your runs now, if you've got time, one and then in, one to the middle and to the front post, that'll just make it a little bit easier for your contact. Just try that. Great header, great cross, Stevie. Take your time, you've loads of time, you've loads of time, you've loads of time. Now you're on your bike. Yes, brilliant, bravo, that's exactly what we want.
Finish, Dave.
Yeah, bravo, well done. Quickly. Good finish, Alan. Round me. Great finish. If the first striker misses it or it goes beyond you, then spin for second ball or rebounds or loose ball. Stay alive. It might be you that scores. Play. Just clip it, Daz. Just clip it, son. Back across. Well done. Finish. Good. Good save. Well done. Play. Nice and sharp. Nice and sharp. Oh, good effort. Bravo. Well done. If you do go too far on the far post, just head back across goal. So the trick is for the first front player, if it misses you, to reassess and get yourself in a position where you can attack the next ball. Oh, what a header, son. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, bravo. Well done. Yeah, well done. That's better, bravo. So you've got 3 targets now. You've got your 2 front players playing against 2 centre-backs, but you've got a 3rd midfield player joining. So he might be on the edge, he might go between the strikers, whatever you see. Right, you've got to select your cross. Quick. Finish. Stay alive. Play. Now let me just make a point. Look, if you get into a position here really deep, the 2 options are these. It's very hard to score at the near post from this position. Your options are to clip it to the far post or cut back past your front man there. Use him almost as a marker. If I play there, Joe will not get it. So you still make the run to the near post because hopefully you'll pull a centre-back or a defender with you. Good finish, bravo. Better. So the far postman, get away from him, Jock, give him a problem. And if you can get between them, Paul Murray, right between him onto the 6-yard box, do it, if we can split the centre-backs. Good effort, good effort, good effort. Don't go in too early, Paul. Play. Throw him off his line. Goalkeeping video next year.
Everybody wants to be a striker. I think everybody wants to score goals or knock some crosses in, and that's probably part of the training that most people enjoy, I think.
It's very important to keep your crossing and finishing up, you know. Practicing putting the ball in the net always helps and gives you confidence as well.
So well forward. Shearer with a header, wonderful goal!
In this practice, we play on a 70 by 60 metre pitch. 2 channels are coned off at each side of the pitch, allowing the white players access to the ball and the freedom to cross the ball whenever they receive it.
The white players, you're playing free, and if you pick it up early, I don't want you knocking it 40 yards and crossing it, playing to have it back, combine. But I want the game to flow, and we'll look at certain things then to get the ball wide.
We can work on the strategy of the team getting the ball into white positions and also on the forward runs and the ability of midfield players and attackers especially to attack the crosses. This is an exciting activity, and in practicing we should play with game mentality and at game pace.
Play on! In a game, as a white player, you might get 8-9 chances to cross. That's all. Don't take the front man. Don't waste the opportunity. It's like missing a golden opportunity to score. Missing the opportunity to get a good cross in. Now pick them out. Bravo, well done. As we build up to get the cross, the front players, don't get in too early. Try and time your run so that you arrive in late and with a little bit of speed. Then you're harder to pick up. Ah, brilliant! Bravo! Great save! If you can cross early between the retreating the defenders and the advancing forwards and the advancing keeper, very hard for the defenders to deal with, gives us the best chance of success. So if you get a chance to cross early, don't disappoint. Even if it's just rolling it across, the front players will get there. Early! Great cross! Great cross! Bravo! That is brilliant. What a good example. Oh, that'll do for me. They said it's important you work to get your white players in. If you're playing to the front early from the back, that'll bring defenders in. That means it's wide and open. Similarly, if you work one side, can you have it back into the midfield or the back player to switch the play? So, you know, developing it into our big game, it's no different. Get it off him, Joe.
Switch it. Go, give us it, go.
Pick him out, pick him out.
Head up. That's. Wait.
Yes, bravo. If you are in early, then that's when you've got to use your runs to try and lose him. So it's either running and checking to the back, or checking to the back and going back across the front of it. Don't be standing. You're in. Go and block it, Thorpe. Go and block it. Great save. What have I got to do?
Well, it will.
And you're playing now. Early.
Get round it, both feet off.
Stop! Don't move. Now I've got to say, the ball's travelled a long way and nobody's tracked the far post. You get a huge amount of goals scored at the far post. So whatever you do, if you can lurk there, you give me it represents a good chance of getting on the ball when it comes back in. Play.
The best ball for him though. Same ball. Go again, Gary. Sit. Ball.
Players enjoy getting the ball out and seeing the goals there and passing it and hitting the ball into the net.
Because it gives strikers confidence to put the ball in the back of the net in training. Hopefully they can translate that onto the football park.
Obviously, from my point of view, I've got to score goals. It's my job to do that, and you've got to practice that. I think it comes natural to some people. You can also work at it as well, and then work at it very hard.
Will he go his own way? He does! Alan Shearer for England. A lot of competition for striking places around, and Shearer out to show that for the number 9 shirt, he is the number 1 man.
This practice is played on a 40 by 30 metre pitch, full-size goals and 2 goalkeepers, 5v5 with a floating player playing for the team in possession. This is probably the most important practice we can use, shooting.
2 or 3 things to think about in shooting. Get your shot away, accuracy not power. Low shots are usually better than high shots. Shoot at the far post if you're on a wide angle. Play!
It's about taking the opportunity to shoot and also the mentality of shooting. Shoot when you have the opportunity.
Good strike, so well done. Something like 80% of all goals are one-touch finish. If you can get your shot away on one touch, it represents a better chance. One touch. Stop, don't move. You've shot, missed at the near post. We get nothing for that. If you missed at the far post, Reeser probably has scored because he's clued in. I'm going to shoot across goal, but if I miss, is if people are shooting from angles and you're near goal, get in at the far post. You'll pick up goals there. Pressure. Good strike, son, bravo.
Turn.
Yes, sir.
Pick up when it was done. Stay right, Robbo. Get back. Turn.
And stop. You're going to shout a term from your mates. You're 15 yards from goal. Should have controlled it on the turn and got your shot away. That's what we're practicing. Getting shots away quickly.
Two.
Brilliant. Well done, bravo. Don't miss a shooting opportunity. There's a shot on. Take it. Play. Live. Great strike. Bravo. Must be something in this coaching.
Yes. Go on, Tom, go on.
What's up? Hey!
Good strike, son.
Hold. Finish that. Gone.
Low shots. Now, because you're shooting from distance and there's pressure on the ball, your tendency is to strike high shots. It's important you keep them low. Keep your shots low. Accuracy is more important than power. Play. Good strike, rebounds. Any shots that go in, the front players fall in, because that happens. You get rebounds, might hit the post. If it's a wide shot, you might get in at the far post. Lay on. That's it. Brilliant. That keeper keeps doing it.
The practice highlights the importance of technique, of skill, but more importantly of mentality.
Good strike. Brilliant. Bravo.
The mentality to shoot and take opportunities is vital in a successful striker's career.
Shearer again! Well, it might have been worth just following in a bit more at the far post.
Yeah, that's the thing about the man, Alan Shearer. You know, he misses a couple of chances or half chances early on. It doesn't let it affect him.
The striker obviously has barren spells, and I once went 17 games at Southampton without scoring. Took a lot of stick for it, as you do in football with the rest of the lads and fans as well. You've got to be big enough and strong enough to come through that.
Shooting when through on goal may be the culmination of excellent team play. It looks easy, but it isn't. Calmness and using the correct technique are both very important.
Ready? Play. Live. Yeah, you're through, David. You're through, David. Head up. Head up. Bravo, well done. You've got a teammate, use him. The thing about this is your decision making. If I'm through on goal, I know I'll be chased. But your decision might be relative what the keeper does. It's being calm and making a decision. If the keeper comes and keeps coming, come racing out, and gets too near, it's difficult to pass by him. Keep coming, then you might dribble past him. If he's coming steaming out at you, play. You're through, Alan. Calmness. Well done, bravo. If he stays fairly deep, then you advance as far as you can and pass it into the net. I mean, if he stays fairly deep that far, you get as near as you feel is comfortable and pass it into the goal. Play! Halfway. Yeah, well done, pass it into the goal. And sometimes, if he comes halfway, holds his ground, then you might be able to chip in. But bear in mind, a chip on the run is a difficult technique. When you're running, to chip is a difficult technique. But I've seen it done. Live. Have a look at him, Alan. Have a look at him. Yeah, terrific. It's easy when you're 7-1 up. Play. So you see, all I'm saying to the front players, it's relative sometimes to what the keeper does. If he comes out and halfway, leaves the room behind, then the chip is on. If he rushes out at your feet and he gets too close to you, you may have to dribble. More than anything, it's about calmness. Go on, Jock. Think about it. Be calm. Okay, start again. Go on, son. Go on. Now think it through. Calmness. Look what he's doing. Calmness. Yeah, that's better. Bravo, Lee. Live. Through there. Back him up.
Well, that came off Pierce's head. And it's Edmundo 3-1.
If it was so easy to score goals, then we would have huge scores like they do in American football, but we don't. It is difficult to score goals.
He go his own way. Does! He does! Alan Shearer for England in the 33rd minute.
I made it difficult for myself at the age of 17, scoring a hat-trick in my debut. People expected great things off me then, and perhaps was wrong really, because I couldn't deliver at that age. And it wasn't until a few years later that I found it a little bit easier.
Shearer with the header, wonderful goal!
The game of football is such a great game. We all enjoy it, and putting the ball in the back of the net, from my opinion, there's no better thing to do.
As you've seen, players have to be physically and mentally aware. Some of it is natural, but most of it is the result of training.
It should be enjoyable, it should be interesting, and that is the premise upon which I work, and I hope my players will support me in saying that they do enjoy training, they do enjoy their work. And how they apply themselves in training is a great signal and pointer to me to what they are like as characters.
It's all geared to get us in our best shape for the match.
So we try to stress the importance of preparing, obviously to the top of their profession, and then they'll do their techniques that much better and that much sharper.
As they say, the last thing you learn is the first thing you forget under stress, because you revert back to your normal habits. So that's why you've got to keep doing it and putting it in the front of the mind and make it become a habit.
I have come across players where training has been a bind and they don't particularly enjoy the job. And one would have to say that they are the players that in the end don't achieve much.
If you get into bad habits in training, then you'll take them bad habits into a game, so obviously it's vital, not only for fitness but for techniques, all aspects of football.
A lot of people can understand the game but not necessarily get the message across, and communication is important. You've got to be enthusiastic and be patient, because you tend to find that you're saying the same things to the same people at least 3 times a day, every week. And eventually, you never know, eventually the penny will drop and you go, at last, sunk in. It's hard work.
Pro training is an attitude to excellence through hard work and carefully thought out practices. Watch this programme again and again, and each time you will see more of the techniques, skills, attitudes that create winning football.